All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are diving deep into a really powerful idea from Simon Sinek's book, The Infinite Game. It's all about a totally different way of thinking about what it means to be successful. Right at the start, the book hits you with this really powerful choice. Are you playing for that quick, short-term thrill of winning, or are you in it for the long haul, for that deep-seated journey of fulfillment? And look, this isn't just some abstract philosophical question, right? It actually fundamentally changes everything. How we see our jobs, how we lead, how we even live our lives. So, which path are you going to choose? Okay, so before we can even answer that, we've got to understand the rules, because it turns out there are two very, very different games we can be playing. So first up, you've got the finite game. Think about any sport, really, like football. You know exactly who's playing, the rules, they're totally fixed, and when that final whistle blows, there's a winner and there's a loser. It's super clear, it's defined, and then poof, it's over. But then you have the infinite game. Now think about something like business, or your own career, or heck, even global politics. Players are constantly coming and going, right? The rules can change in a heartbeat, and there's no such thing as winning business. The main goal? It's just to keep playing, to stay in the game and keep moving forward. So this is the big takeaway right here. This is the crucial difference. Finite players are all about playing to beat someone else. But infinite players, they play with other people, just to keep the game going. It's a massive, fundamental shift in how you see the world. Okay, so we get the two types of games, but what actually drives someone with that infinite mindset? Well, it all kicks off with a purpose, a why that goes way beyond something like hitting quarterly numbers. Sinek calls this a just cause, and this is the fuel for the infinite game. It's not some goal you can just check off a list. Nope, it's a vision of the future you're constantly working towards. A vision so compelling, so appealing that people are literally willing to make sacrifices to help bring it to life. And it's really important to get what a just cause isn't. It's not about being the best. It's not some flashy moonshot goal. And it's definitely not just growing for the sake of growing. See, all of those things, they're finite. They have an endpoint. A just cause is bigger. It's the whole reason you're doing any of that other stuff in the first place. Okay, check this out. Sweetgreen's mission is a perfect example. To inspire healthier communities by connecting people to real food. You see? That can never be done. There's no finish line. You can't just declare, "We did it, communities are healthy forever." It's this infinite pursuit that guides every single thing they do. And a just cause like that. That's what builds what Sinek calls the will of an organization. You know, the morale, the motivation, the commitment. So many leaders with a finite mindset will sacrifice that will just to get more resources. Think about laying people off just to make the quarterly numbers look good. But the infinite-minded leader, they get it. They know that the will of their people is actually their most valuable asset for surviving in the long run. All right, so let's dig into how this whole mindset actually translates into a strategy, one that builds some serious long-term resilience. Get ready for this number, because it's a real shocker. 18 years. That's the average lifespan of a top company today. Back in the 50s, it was 61 years. That's just staggering. And it screams that something is wrong. Our obsession with playing these finite games, just beating the competition this quarter, is creating companies that just don't last. So picture this. It's 2006, Ford is struggling, and their brand new CEO, Alan Mulally, stands up and says, the finest car in the world is a Lexus, a competitor. Can you imagine the shockwaves that sent through the company? But here's the thing. It wasn't an insult. It was the first brilliant step in completely changing how Ford saw the game. See, Mulally didn't look at Toyota as some enemy he had to crush. He saw them as a worthy rival. What's that? It's another player in the game who's so good, they actually show you your own weaknesses, which then helps you get better. You're not trying to beat them, you're trying to learn from them. A worthy rival makes you a better player. And this is how he did it. First, he admitted they were better in some areas. Then, he made his top execs actually study them. He had them drive Toyotas. He used them as a benchmark. And get this, he even supported the government bailout for his rivals GM and Chrysler. Why? Because he wasn't trying to put them out of business. He knew that a healthy game with strong players would force Ford to be better. It's about strengthening yourself and the game as a whole.
Okay, so we've looked at the rules, we've talked about the purpose, we've seen the strategy in action, and all of that brings us right back to where we started, that fork in the road.
And choosing this infinite mindset, it's not some one-time heroic decision. It's not a single grand gesture. Sinek says it's way more like deciding to get in shape. You can't just go to the gym for 9 hours straight on a Monday and expect to be fit for the rest of the year, right? It's all about those small, consistent choices you make, day in and day out, that keep you on that path. So, at the end of the day, the game of your life, of your career, it has no finish line. There's no winning it. So the only real question left is, how are you going to choose to play? Are you going to chase those short-term victories? Or are you going to play for that lasting, deep sense of fulfillment? The choice, as always, is yours.